Let me guess, this is you. You've watched a bunch of these NoFap videos, but despite what you tried, despite the hours of watching all of this content, you still aren't able to quit. You still find yourself relapsing and feeling that sense of guilt and shame because you've watched these videos, you know how bad it is for you, but you still keep relapsing, you still do that. A few days go by and then you snap back. A few more days go by and then you snap back again. You get this overwhelming urge that feels like you can't escape. And eventually you start to get a longer streak. You get 7 days, you're almost about to get the benefits, but then right back again. Over and over and over again, you're stuck in the cycle and it just feels like you just can't escape no matter what you try. First of all, I want to offer an apology to you. I'm sorry for using NoFap in this title, for doing this, because I don't want to contribute to this NoFap identity. So I urge you, please make this the last NoFap video that you ever watch. And if I mention NoFap in the future, that's for the new guys, so they can hear this message once and never again. Because you see, I was on this whole NoFap identity for 4 years. I was 15, I desperately wanted to quit, and in those 4 years I still relapsed over 1,000 times. I was trying to get the new streaks, I was trying to escape from all of this, but I still felt like a slave. That freedom that I was looking for, that was stolen away from me when I was a child. Because no child should ever have to go through this. I had a strong reason. I didn't want to be that father who kept doing this because I realized that if I didn't stop this, it would go on forever. I'd read the things online about all of this and I was trying hard to quit, but then it became my identity. And that was a big mistake that I made. You see, my name is Paris, and I'm here to save you from making the same mistakes that I have. If that's something that you want to be part of, there's 2 things that you can do. The first is to subscribe to this channel, and the second is to check out the top link in the description. More about that later. I made NoFap my identity. But the thing is, those who don't do it, they never have that identity, do they? They don't have a belief that is valuable or desire for it at all. Think about the alcoholic who is trying desperately to quit and they've got etched into their wall that they've had 7, 8 days without drinking, without having a sip of alcohol. But then going everywhere, they're thinking over and over and over again, oh, there's alcohol there, oh, there might be this party, oh, I have to stop myself from drinking. And inevitably, of course, they end up drinking. But then think about the Muslim who never drank in their life, never had a sip of alcohol, never saw a value in it or had a desire for it that was powerful enough to make them do that. Of course, they wouldn't drink. Of course they wouldn't. The people who don't fap, they don't have this identity of being on NoFap or any of this kind of BS right there, right? They just go about their days knowing that they don't see any value in it, they don't have a desire for it. Simple. They're not thinking about it, they're just going about their life. And that's what I want for you. That desire was never yours. The belief that it was valuable was never yours really either, because we were brainwashed into thinking this. Just accept that we were brainwashed and then don't give more power to that. It's like replaying the negative memories. When you feel that guilt when you've relapsed, when you identify with this NoFap thing, you feel so bad about that, that it's worse than actually the relapse itself. NoFap is worse than the hub. Because look, we know these things are bad, but when you attach this identity to it, when you make it into such a bad thing in your mind, it's like you replay that over and over again. You keep giving yourself that identity over and over again. And you just can't escape. It's impossible to quit when you have that identity. So you see, it's simple. I don't want you to be thinking about NoFap. I want you to erase it from your memory. If I make a NoFap video in the future, that's for the new guys, not for you. Please don't watch that. You can watch the other videos, you can watch other videos from other people, but never click on a NoFap video ever again. You don't want it, you don't need it, you don't have anything to gain from being on NoFap or from fapping or any of that, but if you do fap, don't make it into a big deal. Just see it as if you sneezed or something, like, yeah, you made a little, something happened, like, don't worry about it, don't attach such a negative identity to it. Don't replay that, because if you keep replaying that negative thought, then of course you're going to add more power to it. You're going to create those negative cycles. Don't let yourself do that. Just move on. Just keep living. It doesn't matter. Don't identify with all of these labels, NoFap and self-improvement and stuff like that. Just live. Have a life so that you can actually improve it and go about it and not worry about all of these identities and stuff like that. And once you do all of that, that is when your life truly begins to improve and you find that freedom. So you see, don't obsess over this NoFap thing. It doesn't exist. NoFap does not exist. Just go about your life and you'll see that as you chase what you really want, everything will become easier and you'll just get towards that life that you've always wanted. That top link in the description is where I share my specific advice to help you and coach you through mindset and fitness so that you can achieve the life that you deserved. If that's something that you want to be part of and if you want to learn more from me, check out that top link in the description because I know that you'll love it, bro. And as always, remember, bro, keep improving.